It is Monday, so that means one thing. It's time for another edition of 3 Point Stands presented by Mountain Dew. I am Meghan Triplett. That is John Roser, and we just wrapped up a busy weekend. We got to see we now know who's going to the NBA Finals. It's going to be the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Miami Heat. I didn't pick the Heat to win it, so I'm kind of shocked from it all. But hey, they surprised me. Roser, what's your stance on this in an NBA Finals matchup?
I mean, Miami definitely has been, probably the big surprise of the bubble, other than, Denver coming back from 2-3-1 deficits in their playoff series. I'm praying like hell Miami wins this series. The Lakers are just not really enjoyable to watch play basketball because LeBron pounds the ball into the ground for 20 seconds.
LeBron. I'm like gathering the fact that you're not like a LeBron fan.
Oh, I'm a full on hater. I think he's fake.
Okay.
But yeah, but no, I hope Miami wins this series. Miami's a much more enjoyable team to watch play basketball. They move the ball around, and if anybody's going to be able to game plan for LeBron, it might be Eric Spoelstra because he coached him for several years.
He definitely did. Like that. That's the crazy storyline of it all. It's LeBron taking on his former team. It's Miami Heat, who haven't made it to the NBA Finals since LeBron left. However, it's we know the Lakers storyline. It's LeBron, it's AD. A lot of these guys make it to the NBA Finals for the first time. The Lakers making it back to the finals since Kobe Bryant, and the storyline of Kobe. They want to do this for Kobe. With all that around it, I want to see the Lakers win the championship. At this point, it's just like it tugs at my heart. It's super hard. And I'm not a LeBron fan, but I like LeBron. I think he's going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. And we saw that in that game on Saturday with that triple-double. And LeBron is LeBron. I know you're a LeBron hater, but LeBron is LeBron. You have to give respect to LeBron. I just think the storyline of it all, I would like the Lakers to be at the end of it. And when it comes to the matchup, I do think the Lakers, they just have so much more, especially with the different lineups. They can go small, they can go big. I don't know if the Miami Heat will have an answer for that. We'll see on Wednesday, especially in game one. Do they stick with the zone? Will the Lakers be the Celtics and not figure out an answer to that zone? We shall see. But, props to Miami. Like, my goodness, they looked phenomenal.
Oh, I think Spoelstra's going to have some different stuff ready. I don't think you're just going to see that little zone. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he did some box and one, triangle and two. And the thing is, the Lakers have the advantage because they have the two best players in the series. They will have the two best players in the series. But that Miami team is tough as nails. They are so tough. So I want Miami to badly win the series. But I at least hope we get a really good one, and I think we will.
I think we will too. When it's gonna Miami's that Cinderella team, and they have so many weapons. Bam, from Tyler Hero to Duncan Robinson to Jimmy Butler. That storyline is great too. I just wanted to be good, and I wanted to get to 7 games. Like that's what we want. We want 7 games of the NBA Finals. Cannot wait. All that starts on Wednesday night on ABC.
I mean, I'd take 4-0 Miami. I'd take 4-0 Miami. I'd love that. That would be awesome if it happened. It's not going to happen, but it would be awesome.
No, it's definitely not going to happen. I don't want that. Don't put that in the atmosphere. No NBA fan wants that but you, because you are a LeBron hater. Like, no one wants that. Nobody else wants that. All right. Over the weekend, something that we did want, and we all loved it, SEC football. It is back. College football. I know college football has been here for a few weeks, but it just feels different now that we got to see the SEC take the field again. A lot of teams got some big wins. Mississippi State got a huge win over LSU. KJ Costello had that huge, SEC broke the record for, his throwing yards. Mike Leach gets a victory. Just overall, what's your take from the college football weekend? Biggest game that you watched? Any surprises?
I mean, LSU. This is what we wondered. They lost 15 guys, 15 starters to the NFL. They only played 6 guys. They only had 6 returning players that played more than 16 snaps in the national championship game. They only had 6 guys left from that roster. Jamar Chase obviously opted out to their star wide receiver. So we were wondering how they were going to look. And Joe Brady, their offensive guru who designed everything for them, is now with the Carolina Panthers. So how are they going to look? And Yeah, they looked rough. Now, give credit to Mike Leach at Mississippi State. That was amazing, that debut. Everybody's wondering, could Mike Leach's offense work in the SEC? And the very first game sets the passing record in SEC history. Like, it was unbelievable. And what was crazy is, I mean, Mississippi State, they had more turnovers than LSU and still won that game by double digits.
Right.
So, I mean, Mississippi State going forward to watch the rest of the season is going to be great. Also, Ole Miss put up a little bit of a fight against Florida. And Florida's the better team. Florida's the top 5 team. So they ended up winning by 16, and they were up more than that too. But impressive debuts from Lane Kiffin and Mike Leach.
Yeah, I was shocked. I walked away super shocked when Mississippi State got the victory. And a lot of it was because I didn't know much about Mississippi State. A lot of the eyes were on LSU, especially when it comes to what they had to kind of come back from. Yes, they're the defending champs, but they're not that same defending champ team in that roster. And now you see that, okay, LSU is not LSU of last year. They need to work on. And with that game to the Oklahoma game, big loss, an upset, over, Kansas State. It's kind of like, oh, what is going on with Oklahoma to Texas, where you thought,
yeah.
Like, it's like, game comes down to the wire, OT, and it's like, what is, Texas Tech? Hey, put up a fight. Once again, the Big 12, you can have all these high-scoring games in the Big 12 that we're used to seeing. But when you think about college football, this weekend just felt like it felt the first real one for me. I was like, oh, man, I am all in on this. I'm super excited. I cannot wait until next weekend. It's just like, oh, I'm so happy if we can continue to do it safely. I'm loving seeing college football.
The Kansas State that's the second year in a row. Yeah. They have beaten Oklahoma. And Spencer Rattler, for all the hype, man, that guy had a lot of freshman moments and 3 picks, the last one which sealed it for Kansas State. So thoughts and prayers go out to our coworker, Jeff Langham, Oklahoma grad. He was texting me during that game, and it was just, I mean, you could see he's like, okay, everything's fine. And then you see the depression kick in, and the feelings just get darker and darker.
But that's the best thing about college football. That's what start on a high. Sometimes you finish on a high, but it's like, you're all over the place. UT got a big win. Tennessee almost lost it. They got the victory for the Vol fans that's around here in Memphis, Tennessee. Really quickly, we got 2 minutes left. Your stance on tonight's Monday night football game.
I mean, I don't think I've been this excited for a Monday night football game in a long time, except for outside of when the 49ers played Monday night football. But this game is going to be unbelievable tonight. I'm going to take the Chiefs. They're plus 3.5. So if I get 3 in the hook, I'll take the Chiefs to cover the spread. And obviously they can win the game. It's not ridiculous to say that they can win the game. Andy Reid's been great as an underdog, as a head coach, as an underdog. Patrick Mahomes obviously has not been an underdog a ton, but he is obviously an amazing quarterback. So it's going to be an awesome game tonight. I can't wait.
Yeah, I feel as if you have to get your nap in, because you definitely want to watch this game, and obviously all eyes are going to be on Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has said it over and over again throughout the week. It's like, I get people are comparing us, but I don't go up against Patrick Mahomes. That's for my defense. I'm here to put points on the board. I'm going up against their defense. I'm just really excited to see two quarterbacks, 2 black quarterbacks. It's a big game, and they're 2 talented quarterbacks, and obviously the MVP race is the big thing that we're talking about. Yes, Russell Wilson is in that talk, but you got 2 former MVPs. This game feels like the game, and so especially when it comes to just continuing in their divisions, what can happen. I'm going to pick Lamar Jackson just because I want some shakeup. I think a lot of people, it's easy to say. I know they're the underdogs, so I think it's easy to pick the Chiefs because they won the Super Bowl last year. It was only a few months ago. I want Lamar Jackson. He's 21-3 as a starter. The 2 losses, 2 of those have been against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I want Lamar Jackson to come out on the other side of it.
It's going to be an awesome game.
I cannot wait. Well, like always, Roser, it's always great to talk to you on this week's edition of 3 Point Stance. I can't wait till next weekend. We'll have a whole lot more to talk about.